that I have to do. I've had so many people hitting me up and this and that and different things going on, but I'm here and hold on, I gotta turn this down. Sorry, I'm probably seem so loud. What's going on, guys? We are finally live. I was supposed to go on around 8, and just too many different things kept happening. I had member after member contacting me. Some members think SHIB is blowing up, and I'm saying, not really. But let's see if we can get to the bottom of some of this stuff. I'm going to share my stream. Hang tight with me. So I know we all had last week where, let's see. Hold on, guys. So I know we all had last week where, let's see. Hold on, guys. So I know we all had, all right. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure everything is good with the stream. And I know I'm a little bit late. I couldn't really help it. Just had way too many other things to do. But we're going to get into a little bit of coin here in just a moment. But I wanted to jump on. I still have a few more things to do. I wanted to jump on just to tell people we are still doing the live show tonight. So if you are with me, what's going on? And we will start the show in just a moment. Okay. All right, so I have to just do one thing. I wanted to fill up my drink and I will be back, but I'm on live. I will be back in 2 seconds. All right, sorry about that. I'm gonna have to edit this out of the footage. Anyway, what's going on, guys? So we're gonna talk a little bit of coin. I'm running late. I wanted to do the show at 8 o'clock. And all kinds of things kept coming up. I've got people messaging me that SHIB is breaking out, and I have bad news because it's already below 4,400. It did widen the tunnel a little bit, but it's widened the tunnel now, I think, like 3 times. So again, just more boring nonsense from SHIB. So let's move the tunnel. Whoopee. I wish it was more exciting because I do want to. Like, the fact of the matter is, I do want to jump on SHIB. I want to scalp it. And I think it went up 15%. What was the percentage today? Last couple days. So it's up, I guess, 12%. But like that, it's who cares? That's nothing. I had a couple things today that went up 25%. It's like, what am I supposed to do with that weak percentage? So let's chart some coin, guys. I did get to share that I was on live, I think. All right. Well, first thing we're going to look at, we're already got to check out SHIB a little bit. It's already below. All right. So it's already below at this point 4,400. The breakout the breakout, I called it a breakout. The movement inside the tunnel went up to 45.66. It's already back down to 43.77. I don't know what to tell you about SHIB, guys. Danny, what's up, my brother? We'll go over Saitama in a bit. I've got that written down. I just want to go over some basic stuff. I don't want to have too long of a show this tonight, but let's go over a little bit of BTC. So, hey JF, what's going on, man? So I want to look at BTC and what it's doing. So man, see, that's what I didn't want. All right, so look, we had this great opportunity to break the cycle that we were going to be in, this pattern, okay, this inward wedge, bear wedge. Oh, it's Joe. Joe, you're not coming up. Okay, Joe. So JF, instead of being Sarah, is now Joe. What's up, my brother? How are you? Good. We talked a good amount today. How you doing, pal? And it mooned. Oh, Danny, that's how it always happens, man. Just get used to it in the world of crypto. When you sell, it explodes. That's how it goes. With BTC today. So for you guys who didn't see this, I made a video earlier. I thought it's a nice projection, possibly, that BTC has finally started to reverse, right? I posted this earlier. And if you'll notice, it looks like it's already kind of fallen back. Let's just listen. It's not terrible. This is not awful news. It's just not what we want yet. If we can hold, so listen, if I can get closer here with BTC. All right. So if we can hold with this area here, see this area right there? Let's do one of these. If we can hold this area here, okay, so it's from like 56K to 57K. So the idea is we want to bounce around down here and then eventually go up. So it's not the end of the world. It's actually kind of what we want a little bit. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more bull action, but like let's look. Do you see the step ladder that I built? So you see this purple line? I kind of built this step ladder in hopes the kind of thing I wanted to see. We got all the way up to 58K. And what I really wanted is for us to then consolidate up again, consolidate up again. That's the best kind of like stair pattern you can hope for. And that means that there's a lot of strength. But from what I see right now, it's just, I don't know. It already fell back down to 57K. So it's like, you know, we'll see what happens. I hope it stays strong. I actually did really well today. I sold off a lot of my securities earlier just to take the profit. I'm really happy with the way everything went. Maddie, what's happening, buddy? My man Maddie's in the room. We just went over BTC. We're gonna go over Ethereum. So Ethereum, I actually haven't gone over too much of Ethereum, but of course it's usually gonna semi-mirror how BTC looks. So let's see. So it's kind of like, you know, just doing the same thing really. Yesterday it had a nice pump. And then today, let's see, it crossed another, let's see. Yeah, so it went up another 5%. I mean, again, and now, of course, it's fallen a little bit only because BTC is. So it's like, you know, it's just the sad thing is all of these things were going on. We had BTC with so much power, and then it's like, it's just not holding. Look, SHIB's already at 43.50. Like, are you kidding me, SHIB? Are you serious? And you know what? Doesn't surprise me, like, even a little bit about SHIB now at this point, because I've already had members hit me up and they're like, SHIB is breaking out. And I'm like, oh, okay, let me look. And it's not. The breakout would have to be substantial. Now, of course, that person or people who told me were actually right. It did break out of the tunnel that it was in, but it's not doing anything. That's great. It wasn't like a almost an immediate fake out. Look at that. Look, that's not that's not good. But we've seen this with SHIB plenty of times. So Ethereum's just traveling along. It actually looks like we kind of stayed inside consolidation. Hopefully Ethereum starts to pump again, but to be honest, Ethereum is really not going to jump on the pump. What's really going to need to be done is Ethereum is going to have to wait for BTC to become powerful, like, you know, a really strong pump. BTC is really going to have to move, and then Ethereum will follow suit. But until BTC does, let's go back and just... It did get picked up. It is in that area right now that I made that box around. It's just, I don't want to see it. You know what I mean? Like, it's so great that we had the pump. It's awesome. Wonderful. But now, in order for me to say, like, oh, we have support finally, it needs to show me that. You know what I mean? So I can tell you, hey, look, things are getting better. Now, things, of course, looked like the break reversal was going to happen. We are still in the break reversal, by the way. We're still there, okay? But we're now at, like, the bottom of the break reversal. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Instead of the break reversal looking good, it's like the break reversal looks eh. Anyway, all right, so we went over Ethereum, we went over SHIB, we went over BTC. One of my partners, Brett, he showed me Hero, and I want to go over Hero real quick. Hero was something he showed us today, and it's something that had a really nice pump. And now, if you're in Conquering Crypto, you'll know about this stuff because we post a lot of this stuff on the main page. Now, of course, we don't post everything, but we post the things that we think will be something worthwhile to our members, more or less. But let's see. So Hero started. Let's get my VPVR going. Hey, there we go. Let's get a little bit of volume. And you know what would be nice to... Let's get a few more... Let's get some indicators on this bad boy. So I got the RSI. Let's do the plus. In the 3 hour, it's looking overbought. In the day, see, the problem is it's looking like it's already in the overbought section. It is back in the middle a little bit. I went and bought today. I bought Hero, and I already sold mine. I'm gonna wait and watch. I think I made $10. Like I'm you know what I mean? Like, yay, $10. Well, you $10, $10. You know what I mean? that's a you know, a hoagie or a sandwich or something. I don't know, $10 worth of gas. It's something, but at the same time, you know, this still might turn out to be something big. But I jumped out of it because I used my funds for other stuff. I beefed up my Matic and my Mana, and got a whole list of stuff that I have beefed up. I've been constantly trying to focus on all of the new things, and I write down everything that I trade, and I tell this to all traders: you guys should be trying to write down as much as you can to help you keep track of your holdings. Okay, so like all the scalping I write down that I do. I guess you don't have to do it so much with investing and swing trading, that kind of thing, but you should try and write down as much of this as possible so you can go back and see how well you did, see if you really lost or you know, made money. It's just the best kind of thing that you can do when it comes to tracking your portfolio. We got in here. Denny wants to see Saitama. We'll get there. Next thing we're going to go over is AVAX. So AVAX is something that was pumping. See, everything's starting to be red now. Look, we got a lot of red. So I said earlier we had like 80% green. Now it's like half, which again isn't the end of the world, but it's like things are getting shaky because BTC gets shaky. And when BTC gets shaky, bad things can happen. Yeah. So let's go over AVAX. Now, AVAX is something that we were watching. We wanted a support bounce the way it looks in this area here. It did go back into the pattern, but actually AVAX is still looking nice and strong. I am going to get rid of my RSI. The volume is there. And it also looks like the buys and sells are happening with the VPVR. So we have the buys happening at the correct price. So if you want my opinion on AVAX, it's looking good. I will probably jump back into it at some point. For now, I'm just kind of watching it. We could have gotten this mid-level center bounce. If we look at the VPVR levels, this right now is one of our highest levels. Let me go out a little bit further. Let's see what we got here. So the highest level is on the macro. Looks like it's back down at 63. We're at 120 right now, but there's plenty of support. We've only got one major level that's big, and we do have some smaller levels up top, but it looks like they're growing. So hopefully support starts to encounter where it is now. I made a video on this last week where I showed what a break reversal looks like, and we charted it live. So maybe we're going to do some of that stuff tonight too. That's AVAX. AVAX still looks good to me, and it's something I'm going to be watching. We also have a member named Jacob. He's a buddy. He told us about ENS. So I developed this cup and handle. And look, guys, look what do we see what's going on right now? Does anybody see this? Hello? Does anybody see this right now? We are literally in the handle of my cup and handle, and we have been there this whole time. We had tried to escape, and we got shut down at the previous resistance area of 83. But the fact of the matter is, we totally are in this handle. ENS to me still looks like, I'm not necessarily like shaky on it, but it's not something I'm fully jumping into yet. I want more info. It's new. It's only a couple weeks old. It's something that I want to get more teeth into, and I want to be more correct about the TA kind of stuff. That's one of the problems with SHIB. SHIB in October, man, I think I made an absolute slaughter, and I know a lot of people did, right? Especially scalping and all that. So what happens is you start to then trust. You develop this like trust level with the coin, right? Like, oh man, SHIB is great. We're gonna do some SHIB. You know what? We'll do Ikami, Matt. Hold on, Maddie. That's OMI, right? Ikami. Well, because we'll do it. I've actually been wanting to do that. Is that OMI? I think it is. I'm pretty sure it is. But what's gonna happen is you develop this structure with SHIB, right? So SHIB constantly pumping, making money, going back into consolidation, pump. Let's look. Let's check it out. It's right here. I'll bring it up over here, and I'm using this as an example to show you kind of what I'm talking about. And it's still at 4,400. Man, it needs to be like serious to break out. Where you at here? Get out of here. So, like, if I go back, let's go to the 6 hour. If I go back to October, so this was October. You ready? For those of you who don't know, if there's anybody in here who like didn't watch SHIB or whatever, we're gonna go through it fast. So, because I want to explain like how crazy SHIB was, and I'm pretty sure at least a couple of you know. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over what happened with SHIB. So don't pay attention to all the stuff on screen, and we're just going to watch. Boom. Pump number one. This was around October 3rd. I definitely jumped all over this. I already had, like, my wife is the reason, by the way. My wife is the reason that I bought any SHIB. Last year, she was like, oh, the sheepdog thing. Yeah, sure, buy it. So I think I bought like 800. So at this point, I was already doing well. And what happened is if I go inside of this, if I turn this down, the 1 hour, these are actually a bunch of little breaks, pump breaks inside. But since I'm on the 6 hour, it's just going to look like pumps. But let me tell you, they're not just pumps, because this is from October, what did I say, 3rd to 7th. So inside of all of this area that we're looking at right now, okay, there's actually a whole bunch of little breaks, little ladder breaks. This doesn't look that way just because of the style that I have it in. But then, I think we all know what happened then. Then we fell. Now, after we fell, we started to do this thing where we developed this crazy consolidation tunnel. I tracked it the entire way. I was actually at Disney. I was showing my members, like, look, we're in the tunnel. We then got really tight with the tunnel too, okay? And the reason I'm going over this is so that everybody can watch when you develop this trust with a coin, you expect to see some interesting things. And then, of course, because these are shit coins, it kind of falls apart, you know? That's what happened with Dog. Look at Dog. Nobody cares about Dog. Same thing's going to happen with SHIB. I'm here to profit, okay? I don't care about specific coin except metrics. Metrics is God. Other than that, I don't care. Metrics is my coin. Other than that, the coin better make me money, or I don't care. SHIB is one of those coins. So now we started to, we broke out. So at this point, October 24th, end of it, boom, we wanted to break out. So we did. And then we had some huge pumps. Now look at these. These bad boys were nuts. We jumped, I think, if, let's do it. Let's do the actual. So this was another 130%, man. Of course, I jumped all over that. Did really well on this one, too. And then November came. Now, let's look at November. Okay, so that wasn't a breakout. Let's see. That's one potential breakout right there. Look at this. Look at this poor pup. This would be, now, I don't know if I can call that a breakout. See, I have to be close to the map, but I guarantee you that a lot of these are potential breakouts. And what's happening is it just gets knocked down. There's absolutely one right there. I think I made a post. There's one right there. And I think I posted 6 on my trading view. There's another one. And what's going on with it now is it's just inside of this tunnel. It keeps pittering out. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you on SHIB, but I wanted to show you the reason why I was so excited about SHIB. You know, you get excitement behind it, but I don't bet on it. I don't bet, I don't treat this as gambling. I don't go, well, let's just see what happens. No. I have to see what the technical analysis looks like. Right now, we're all the way back down to 43.80. And somebody, one of my members was like, oh, look at this crazy breakout. What crazy breakout? For this to be a crazy breakout, it's seriously going to have to get up to, I don't know. For me to care, for me to actually look at it, it's going to have to definitely get up over 5,000. For me to even focus on it, because other than that, he's not doing anything. Who cares? It did jump something like, what did I say earlier? 15%? I mean, that's yay. It's done this a lot before. All right, we're going to continue. Where's my man Denny? Denny, we're going over Saitama. Saitama, One Punch Man. I still keep saying that and nobody knows what the heck it is. By the way, I saw the new South Park and man, it was pretty funny. The COVID special. Yeah, it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. Hopefully, apparently, they leave it on a cliffhanger, so I hope they make a second one. All right, but let's continue. Where's my Saitama? So Denny, we're basically the same way that we were yesterday, man. It's just, see, now this is the new consolidation for, and you can update this with your stuff, Denny, but this is like the new consolidation area that we have. I can't tell what the numbers are, dude, because of how, there's so many zeros in front of it. I literally can't tell what the numbers are. I'm sure I could go on CMC and figure it out one way or another, but I can't. There's so many zeros in front of it. I can't tell what the friggin' numbers are. But let's just say from here, okay, from here on the bottom is support to there. This is the consolidation area. I don't know how else to mark it. There you go. So you've got a 76% consolidation area now with Saitama. If it breaks that, because let's look at some of the just for you, Denny, we're gonna look at some of what would be. We're going to look at what would be considered the resistance points. So what happens is when price goes down, it develops these things called resistance points. That's what I showed everybody with SHIB too. We're down at such a low level on SHIB, like a continued downfall. Well, every time the step goes down, okay, you develop this area. Okay, so what it means is some people, or the financial institutions, that price is now weak, so it drops down the step. Okay, but what happens is it forms a layer, a ceiling that now has to be beaten through with a price pump, or else now this is going to be considered like a weak area because it's going to reach that and fall. That's how resistance can sometimes work. So if this is going to be, in other words, Saitama is going to have to get to this area here, okay, this blue guy here, and then it's going to have to receive enough support when it gets there to break it. Okay, that's what's important. So if we look at it like that, it has a chance, and I do like the fact. Let's get the VPVR on there. Why is my VPVR acting funky? Oh, you know what? I don't even think the VPVR worked for Saitama last time I did it. Very interesting. So whatever. Let's get rid of some of this junk and just take a look at it real quick. Some of this crapola. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. Okay. I don't know, man. It's just kind of if we want to look at it from, and I don't know, I just erased this, but if we want to look at it from this center standpoint, almost like a prediction. I think I wrote up a prediction for this. I can't remember if I looked up the numbers or not. But so we still are on an uptrend in Saitama. Okay, Saitama is still on an uptrend. In order for us to no longer be on the uptrend, we would have to break this bottom uptrend line, and then we'd be going the opposite direction. So that is definitely a big positive with Saitama right now. Since we've developed this new consolidation area, my concern is it passing this area here. I don't know the numbers because it's not showing it to me. And then we're going to have to fight through there. So you see these two areas? We'll mark them in red. These are going to be the fight. So Denny, I know, of course, you are the major bag holder out of all of us when it comes to Saitama. Focus on these levels. If you're following with the TA at home, I'm sure you're doing a little bit, but definitely make sure that on your, whatever you're looking at it on, make sure that you're following this level here. Okay, whatever this might be, I'm sure you can see it on yours. Happened November 16th. And then you also want to focus on the November 23rd had a peak, and then today, November 29th. So those peaks are now going to be Saitama's fight. If it can fight through those, it's actually in the clear, because I don't see any major, of course it had crazy pumps, but I don't see any major things becoming resistant. So things should fly right up. It just has to get there. You know what I mean? That's what I'm so worried about with SHIB. Okay, I'm sorry I keep going back to SHIB, guys, but there's just so much to learn about what's going on with SHIB. So I do apologize that I keep going back to it, but I want to teach you guys what I'm seeing so that you can use this in practice. Now with Saitama, we just got to see those levels, right? So if I wanted to make those levels now with SHIB, and I want to show you this because this is what I'm worried about when it comes to resistance. This is now the area, the consolidation area. So that means we now have to pass 4,800 for SHIB because it's in this descending bear tunnel. So if we pass 4,800 with SHIB, there's a possibility that we might develop what I wanted with BTC, which is called a break reversal. What is a break reversal? I say it all the time. A break reversal is a break in trend. So if we're going one way, if we're going bear, break reversal means we're now going bull. And these are the most profitable areas you can find. Besides support and resistance lines, these are, when you find these areas and grab on, buy at the bottom, because they just shoot up, man. The price just keeps going after that. Okay, so we checked out Saitama. Denny, I'll check that out for you anytime. We're going to go over OMI. I just wanted to give that example when it comes to SHIB, because Saitama is seeing almost that same kind of double top in a week's time. So it now has to break through that to continue, which is a lot harder than it looks, man. All right, so OMI. Ooh, I didn't look at OMI today. OMI was something that I profited from a couple times. Do you see my projection on OMI? It was all the way up here around a penny, 0.9. That's because we had this previous point, 0.012. So I thought 0.09 would be where we might hit. We got kind of close, but for some reason, OMI did not pass 0.008. So now it has a little bit of an issue. It did break the wedge. Okay, this is more of a wedge pattern, bull wedge pattern, inward a little bit. So it did wind up and it did break this. What's nice is it did not go all the way back down, like it didn't go down to 001. So why don't we move a little bit of this, and why don't we actually take a look? Let's get rid of some of this stuff. Let's take a look at what it would be like further out. See, so my prediction is lined up with a combination of things. It's lined up with the current pattern and old resistance. So this was old resistance. I usually don't try to go beyond that. And if this is the area 0.01 was going to be what I thought we were going to hit. Now that we went back down, we've actually developed this consolidation tunnel, another one. So what we want to see happen now is we now want price to defeat 0.008. You hear that, Maddie? Prediction still. I think it'll hit that prediction. It still seems like it's doing fine. It doesn't seem like it's having major issues. I'll tell you that. Let's see if we can get the VPBR on there. So the only problem I do see with it, actually, it's not even that much of a problem. The problem that I would say I see with it would be that at the bottom here, do you see the highest level of the volume profile? So right now it's at 0.003. Now, usually I say that's where it's going to gravitate to. But Maddie, look, it's developing in the center. Perfect. So if you want my opinion, it's picked up. This looks great. This looks fantastic in the middle. Okay, look at that. Let's change that color so we can tell the difference. So that area is being picked up. It's the second largest area on the visible range. When we look at the visible range, it's such an important tool. I know for you guys that are learning TA, the visible range shows the buys and sells of a specific price. Okay, and the higher the level, the more interest there is in that area, both buys and sells. We can look at the total too. I like to see the sells. Because then you know if it's got support or not. So right now, OMI, Ikami, it is developing support. What we don't want to see is these red lines get bigger, because then that means price can go back down. Just because the area is bigger usually means it gravitates towards that area. But what's actually in that area, depending on size of buys or sells, is what makes it stay in that area. Does that make sense? I'll say it again. The biggest area on the VPVR is where price wants to gravitate to. Now, this is not always the way it works, but this is like the common way that they explain it. So price wants to gravitate towards the largest area because that's where it has the most attention, right? That's where it has the most buys, sells. So my point is right now it's in the center, which means OMI should get picked up because it's got this nice area. Actually, these three are pretty large, but it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost 6 pretty large areas in the center. You could say that's almost equal. So what you don't want to see now is more sells of OMI, because then it's going to drop back down, or at least more sells in like a major sense, because I always talk about who moves price. We don't move price. Financial institutions and governments move price, and I'm going to scream that until the day I die because it's true. Look it up. Okay. Now, I want to go over SNX. So SNX is something that I was supposed to go over the other night. SNX is something that I've been trying to nail for a while now. And man, I'm just struggling with it. So, all right. So here's the deal with SNX. SNX, do you see how we, in the macro, check it out. I'm sure some of you seen this because I've been talking about it. So we've got this really nice looking triangle, right? Great. So what I did is I'm like, oh, damn, the triangle is looking good. Let me get in on this triangle action. And what happened is it just like, it's puttered, man. It's like it fell out of the triangle a couple times. It's just not showing like support. And what even is worse is BTC keeps showing strength and Saitama is like, I'm like, dude, I don't know what's going on with SNX. There must be other stuff going on behind the scenes. Like, you know what I mean? So either it's just like not getting the attention it should. What's worse is the VPVR is showing that it's got strength all the way up at 10 and 9. So something must be up, either on the blockchain or however it's working behind the scenes. SNX is definitely, it's acting funky. I want to go over a few more, and then we are already almost 40 minutes in, so I'll probably call it. I wanted to go over NIO and Tesla, which are stocks, real quick. NIO is a stock, but it's a company in, I believe, China. They make electric vehicles, just like, it's like our Tesla. We had this really great, for a while, they had this descending wedge, and then eventually we had a brake reversal. I called this brake reversal. I jumped all over it. Then we started to develop this cup and handle, and we're now currently in the handle. I still think we're going to see a projection of 46. Right now it's at 40. I bought it way down at 36. And when I say way down, I mean I bought it at 36. No big deal. Great, right? So now it's at 40. I'm up a few bucks, but I keep, every other day I'm dumping another $100 in there just to beef it up. And I think eventually, between all the DCA averaging, I think it'll get back up. We're going to go over Tesla. And then if you guys have anything else that we want to go over, just tell me. Other than that, I'm going to call it tonight. I was late already as it is. So Tesla's in this new consolidation area between, I want to say, 980 and 1240. It is possible for Tesla to keep continuing, but as you know, Tesla is one of those bomb.com when it comes to stocks. Tesla is a powerhouse. It looks like they have another earnings coming up. This is going to be around, let's see. So their next earnings, I guess they're not even halfway there, is February 2nd. So we've got a couple months for that. But as you can see, after this last earnings, man, it says surprise, reported 1.6 estimate. I mean, that's not crazy numbers. Revenue's down a little bit, but I mean, look what happened. It fired past that 900 level, man, and it was looking real good, and now it's in consolidation, which is great. If we do look at the VPVR a little bit out further, we can see that a lot of the buys were previous. So that's okay, though. With stocks versus crypto, when it comes to the VPVR, it's a little bit different. So, all right, guys, that's actually going to do it for me. My name was DeMarco. This was Conquering Crypto Monday night. Hope you enjoyed. Our main two channels are the Discord and Facebook. Come and join us. I also have a Twitter, DeMarco_Danny. Our trading view, where you can find a lot of our charting, is going to be Conquering Crypto on Trading View. We have a TikTok, Conquering Crypto, and I have a Venmo for anybody that wants to tip out there. That's also Conquering Crypto. But thank you for joining us. Another Monday night, and I hope your bags keep growing, guys. Everybody, take care.